You guys hear me okay? See me okay? Hopefully. Guys, I'm a little bit sick. I was like debating if I was gonna stream tonight. I'm like, you know what? It's Pokopia. Like, I'll be fine. We can stream Pokopia for a couple hours, right? Trying to maximize environment for the beach area. Oh, I love seeing everyone's builds. It's so cool. I've been trying not to get spoiled, but I can't help myself but look at what other people have been building. But I've only heard of the other area that we haven't been in. I haven't seen anyone post about it yet. So I'm like, okay, it's like, what is that? Sky Bridge or something. So I'm very excited to see what that looks like. And we really got to continue on wherever we are right now. So that's my plan. Hope you guys are doing well. Did I spoil the ball huts? It's okay. It's not a big deal. This game, I think I'd be more worried about spoilers if they were like the plot of the game. Like, I've been trying to avoid plot spoilers, but I don't mind build spoilers or like which Pokemon are in the game. I think all that's really cool. Where's my game capture? Hey. Like round objects. Did you meet the greetant yet? Oh boy. Don't worry. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to meet him for stream. I've played a little bit off stream, but I've been waiting to progress with you guys. Don't hate me. The high Snorlax looking ass shirt. Okay, listen. Yeah, wow, it really does. That is a Snorlax color, huh? I can't. My skin tone and this kind of teal is literally... This is Snorlax cosplay right now. What's going on? Why is this not connecting? Hello? Showing up. My game capture is not working. I don't know if he was in the part of the story or not when I posted it as a joke. So I have met the greetant. He was in the barrel. I have met him. Guys, my Switch is not switching over. It's not switching. I figured it out. My husband unplugged my Switch dock so he could charge his Switch because he lost his AC adapter. Oops, sorry, Ditto. But I plugged it back in. Oh my god. Please stay right here. Really obnoxious. How many times I've just turned this on? Okay, there we go. Let's swap over. A controller update? Oh, for the Joy-Cons? Oh no, for my controller too. Interesting. I put in more time Pokopia than time at work. It sounds good to me, man. Hello, Maddish. How's it going? Oh, God. Hold on. I gotta show you guys. Look at this. My mom bought me this. And she goes, you probably already have one, right? It's like, I was like, no. I don't think anyone has one. They think this is an original. It even has my name on it. It has Charlie Manders on it. I'm like, it's so thoughtful. It's unfortunately just like an AI wrap. Like, look. This is like the grass and water logo just like blended together. Bulbasaur doesn't have any nostrils. Like this grass type is just all messed up. The raspberry's purple for some reason. But it's the thought that counts. Okay, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be upset about it or anything. And I did need a big, what I almost called it a cup. What would you call this? It is a cup. I needed a big cup, so I am grateful. It's just funny. She's like, you probably already have one of these. I'm like, nope, I'm pretty sure I'm the only proud owner of one of these. Travel mug, yes, yes, yes. I believe the rumors you would yell at me for sending you LOL trading cards. That's true, I would yell. I always yell. Do you still have the bootleg backpack? Yes, it's upstairs in my room. Ray loves it. She's like Pikachu, and then she looks at some of the other ones and she's like, who dis? Who dis? Who dis? I'm like, I don't know. I think that's my joke. Hard to tell. If the smoothie thing I sent you a while back is useless to you now, it's definitely not useless to me now. I love to collect those things, so it's just a part of my Pokemon collection. There's a Pokemon at Withered Wasteland that wants to talk to me. Ooh. Hi, Kara. Good to see you, by the way. Guys, who do you think it is? A mystery Pokemon in Withered Wasteland? Me? You think it's Salamence? Oh, here, I'll do a little house tour. Hold on. I've just been working on making my house kind of cute. So this is this is our little kitchen area. And this is our little living room area. I'll show you the bedrooms. You said the weekends are for Resident Evil, correct? Yes. Yes, they are. This is all I have for this room over here. And yeah, this is, I got a little Pechaberry bed and a Chestoberry lamp. I love it. Game is so cute. Did you get any daytime pokes since you stream at night? Yeah, so I actually changed my clock. Because the only time I get to play this game is at night. So I changed my clock, so I think it should be daytime for me now. Yeah. Oh, hi Rogue. Did you make this place for me? Huh, huh. Yeah. Ah, yeah, that's a stuff. Perfect. If I train here, I bet I can master any fighting move. Thanks a bunch. I love Tyrogue. What a cool pre-evolution. His intense desire to become stronger and stronger drives it recklessly to train its body and challenge any opponent it can find in battle. Yay. Is Bulbasaur sleeping out here? That's actually really cute. Bulbasaur lives in my house, so I don't... I don't know why he's sleeping out here. Was that the Pokemon that I had to meet? Was Tyrogue at the waterfall? I'm assuming. Good. You got anything else? Pencil holder? Why can't I buy it? Oh, my inventory. God, dude, I am the worst with this thing. My inventory is a mess. I just can't put anything down. Wait, do I have another one of these? Whoops. Okay. Hold on, I'm sorry. Yes! Oh, my fossils are coming together! Hooray! This is just a little box, yeah? Oh! Nope, excuse me, sorry. Sorry. Trying to open this box. Yeah, there's all more stuff. I'll have to just drop it off. Wait, let's see what else is in here first. Pencil holder, I do want that. I have a stage. And I love it. Maybe I'll get another stage too. Oh, we got the stone hut kit. The set of 2. That's good. A new bed. Oh, this is cute. The garden flowers. Oh, we can buy these. Clefairy and Clefable. Only come out at night. The Clink Clang Iron Construction Habitat. Gee, I wonder who shows up there, huh? Oh yeah. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, I do need to drop some stuff off. Do I have a storage box on me? Perhaps I could get rid of my 200 pile of ash. Oh, sorry. Don't even look at the ones that are down here too. Oh yeah, I gotta drop these off. I thought Onyx might enjoy some friends. I just keep putting all my fossils over here. These are gonna end up like the Galar fossils because none of them are complete. I'll keep this one here too, just to get it out of my inventory space. Oh, wait, I need him to appraise this first. Onyx, oh, you're so big. Get out of the way. Is, like, not a hitbox? I don't know the correct term for it if you're not hitting him. He just takes up so much space. Collision box, yes. A pitcher plant? A pitcher plant like Victory Bell? Oh, please tell me that's what that is. Oh yeah, and Pincers in my town now. And Pinsir and Heracross have beef. Just so much beef. Nice. know if there's actually anything else. Nope, just that. Yay! That's just canon, isn't it? Yeah. They're like, hold on. Where's my... Check this out. They were just fighting each other, and then they were talking so much shit. Look how crazy Heracross looks in this photo. They were just fighting. It's like, oh, your horns look more pathetic than usual. And he's like, at least I have more than one, you fool. I was like, I'm gonna make them roommates. They're gonna have to they're gonna have to live together, I think. Come on, Bulbasaur. Yeah, put all this stuff away. I think I have like a big thing in here. Oh yeah, the pitcher plant. Oh, it is Victory Bell. Oh, that's so fun. Wait, can I put that? It doesn't want me to place it on the little side part of the counter ever. I have another Ditto rug. Don't know if I really want to place that anywhere. I think I already have one of these though. I'll put the wreath up. Put the wreath under here for now. What can I even use this on? Nothing nearby can be painted. Can I paint any? Oh! Oh, that's how you use this? Oh my god, it made the whole thing pink. Wait, why did it do that? It looks like Majin Buu now. Wait, I didn't want the whole thing to be pink. Why did it do that? Alright, well, can I use it on this? Oh, I gotta commit to that now. Oh my god, I ran out. This is so bad. I don't even have another thing to make. Oh, I do. How do I do this? Please help. Why can't I make more? I need 2? Oh. This is so embarrassing. Oh, gonna have to do this. Move it to the other side of the room with the other one that it matches. Gosh. I keep forgetting you can hold, what is it, ZL? And then your character will get steady and then you can strafe really easy. And it's been helping me a lot. Okay, what else should I just throw in here real fast? I can bring some of this to the other houses though. What is it? Oh, I got a disco ball. Okay, let's put it in here. Woohoo! Now that's fancy. Okay. You just put some of this stuff. I want the pitcher plant to stay here, I think. What? Stop that. Can I hold this whole thing? Oh, I can't. We'll just do it like this. What the hell is going on? Hi, Overshot. How's it going? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. We're just going back to where we were. Imagine if I just had a rug with my face on it. Oh, it's so suiting for Ditto though. Because Ditto's kind of like everything. You can didn't have any face. Well, you know what's funny? It actually used to be able to do that. That was the thing, is it had perfect transformations, and then after that Duplica episode in Indigo League where that one Ditto just couldn't change its face, they're like, you know what? That's just canon. Ditto's face just doesn't change anymore. Kinda love it though. Yeah, it's just that one Ditto. They even did it in what movie? The Detective Pikachu movie. I think some of its transformations were fine, but the human one? Do you remember when it transformed into Misty? That was kind of crazy. I forgot until just now. Okay, let's go talk to this squirrel. I know you're in there. You need a cutting board? Go ask that sweetie Dartrix to teach you how to make one. Okay. Yes. Misty is in Detective Pikachu. Oh, Viridian Forest. Oh no, it's Viridian City. Great. Great song. Another wing fossil body. We have the environment. Did you guys see Diglett? Look at how cute he is. The whole rubble follows him. Okay, I need to see. Alright, we just saw how to get Dartrix, but I don't know if he's a day or a nighttime or both. Oh, he's all weather, all times. I haven't discovered this habitat yet. What would you call this? This doesn't count? Diglett is so cute. There we go. Now we wait. I wish I could pick up these little water lilies. It's at a different tree, right? Oh, shit. You're so right. I don't know how to plant the other tree. Oh, it did. It said the other tree. Do you think it'll matter? Probably gonna matter. Pointy tree shaded rocky tall grass. Pointy tree. Yeah, I did. I need a pointy tree. Damn it. Well, how the hell am I supposed to do that? I have a pointy tree and I have a rock, but how do I plant the pointy tree? Can I buy the pointy tree? I wonder if I need to increase the environment level, maybe? No. Maybe there's like a pointy tree and a rock. And it just needs some grass by it. Machoke just over here watering the grass? There's this. Oh! Guys. Frank. I just take this rock and just push it somewhere else. Of course. Why didn't I consider this before? There we go. So I guess I just made some other environment. Dartrix, and I wonder who the very rare is. Hello, Umbriana. Char, I'm one gym down in Platinum Kaizo, and I might be cooking with Team Comp. I'm using Delibird. Okay, go on. We just take Bikini Bottom. What are they talking about? I've got nice stuff to say about Girder. We just vibe, you know? I bet you do. I bet you go to the gym together. Oh yeah, he needs a better place to live. Machoke actually hates his house. I don't really blame him. Maybe I'll move him up here. Live up here? I put a bed like right here. I'll put a bed. Look, I'll put a little decorative plant. I'll put a... We'll see if he likes that. Let's live with Girder over here. What? What? Damn it. Can't move in here. Taking the bed back. Girder doesn't need it, okay? This is a Machoke mission. And he can't live in the little house. I built this for him initially, but he says he's too big. So... Oh yeah, this is my haunch crow. This is who showed up when I built the perch and the microphone. Was I building a house right here? Yeah. Okay, we need to, let's get people building this. While we're waiting for Mr. Dartrix to show up. This game looks so peaceful. Literally the only reason I want to switch to. So, I originally bought my Switch 2 to play Legend ZA. And I was happy with that game. Even with its flaws, I had a good time with that game. But this game has made me feel like I made the right choice in buying a Switch 2. Like, I feel very validated in my purchase now. And getting to go back and play Scarlet and Violet with the improved frame rate, and that has made it well worth it to me too. I think it is a definite upgrade. Here, little Fido. Fido's so cute. Is Ray a Pokopia fan? So I showed her the video of when I was trying to take a picture of all the starters together. And she was so excited about it. She kept saying, Babasoon? Again? Babasoon? I'm like, yeah, we'll watch the Babasoon video. Glass. I need to learn how to smelt. Man, I don't know how to do that. Okay, in the meantime, Machoke, here's your bed. Hope you enjoy that. Here's your bed, and... yeah, I don't know. Oh! Oh, yes! There's Dartrix. Here we go. Are the textures better in Scarlet Violet on Switch too? I think, yeah. They're not like, okay, it doesn't completely overhaul the game for Scarlet and Violet, but it does look significantly better. Like, if you go to certain areas, you're still like, yeah, they probably could have used better textures for this landscape. But it's not clipping the whole time. The frame rate's really nice. The Pokemon actually spawn in and move. It's like a really low bar, you know? Oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, Dartrix. The pursuit of beauty. What is he saying? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, I know. You want to discuss aesthetics and the pursuit of beauty with me, right? Can you make a cutting board? You wanna make a cutting board? Huh, that's cool. Guessing you came to me because you need the best, most beautiful cutting board you've ever seen, yeah? I'll take care of that for you, no problem. Could you help me with something? I've always wanted a perch. Picture this, me, perfectly poised on my own personal perch. I mean, talk about picturesque. Think you can put a perch near my place for me? I'm on it. I just take Honchkrows. Will be good. Cinder! Quit yelling, it's late. Okay. Are there any perches in here? There's a birdhouse, but it's out of stock. Oh, I thought this was a perch. It's a walkway. Actually, I think there's a perch that I can take in Bleak Beach. It just might make someone sad, but it's just what we gotta do. I do love how distraught the Pokemon get when you even take some things to move them. It's all my blocks. I know, it's so funny. I love it. They're like, oh my god, where did it go? They're missing. It's like behind them. Oh, I didn't show you guys this either. I'm sure you already know about it, because I'm very late to playing this game. But I met Zorua, which was crazy. And he taught me the prop hunt thing. So I can go up to things and camouflage myself. And then the Pokemon want to play hide and seek with you. Look, I'm freaking plants. I'm a freaking block. And the other Pokemon are like, what is going on? You can be all these things. Is that awesome or what? I think it's so cool. I'm very excited to see the prop hunt videos of this game later on. Oh, this is done. Yeah, I randomly met Zorua, and then Zoroark just like popped out of a tree. I just was not expecting to see him at all. I'm like, damn, I really wish that I was streaming for that because I can't tell you how excited I was to see Zoroark. Hey, this is good. Can I buy a perch over here, maybe? Are these all the same no matter where I go? I'm now realizing. This is my little house here. I don't think this one's very well decorated though. Yeah, I don't have really anything over here. I'll put this other fossil here though. Another thing that's not taking up space. I wonder why he's down here. I got him this gamer bed and everything. Oh, because Zora was on it. You know what? That checks out. Wow. I gifted you a cutting board you never use? What? Why would you say that? That cutting board is in my kitchen. I don't use it because I don't want it to get ruined, but it is like a decor piece in my kitchen. I love it. Please don't feel bad. I'm a big fan of that thing. Where's the perch? I could have sworn I put a perch over here. Am I losing it? Did I put a perch somewhere else? I don't think there's any other birds over here. Gave Growlithe some blocks. Oh no. Maybe was it a withered wasteland? I feel bad. All I've gifted you is suspicion. You're fine. Platinum Kaizo, not a fun time. I've lost multiple times and is 10 times more difficult than Deathless Radical Red. Oof. I've heard people talking about the new Platinum Kaizo. It seems like a good time. And if you like that kind of thing, I guess. Okay, let's check out here. Maybe I gave it to Hoot Hoot? Hi, Scyther. Who just jumped in there? Oh, he's asleep. Did he not just jump onto the bench and then fall asleep? Oh my god. How cute. Okay. Oh yeah, here it is. They're asleep. Surely they won't notice. It's like a thief in the daytime. I've been doing standard Ironmon and getting my shit pushed in. I can't imagine doing Kaizo. It's so fun, even though it's so hard. I might have to try the Platinum Kaizo, but I want to continue our run first with our Emerald Kaizo. Whenever I get back to that. I heard they announced Coliseum, or not Coliseum. Yeah. Gale of Darkness is out now on the Switch 2 for Nintendo Online. I'm like, am I ever gonna catch up? I don't think I am. Not that it's like a bad problem to have or anything. Champions might get a trailer next week, dude. I hope so. They need to put more information out on Champions because right now all that we have, the hype kind of died with oh, whoa. He said da da da. Not that I ever made one myself. Okay. With them saying that you can only store 30 Pokemon for free. Like, not like that. Okay. Oh, there's my workbench. Oh, I could have built a perch. I'm so silly. Why did I think I could only buy one? What are you doing? Did he not just give us a recipe for a cutting board? Am I losing it? He didn't give us a cutting board. I thought he just gave us a recipe for one. What? Oh. Cute. Beatrix, what just happened? See any recipe? Maybe I'll go back and talk to Ingredient. What? Didn't teach me how to make anything. What's going on? Did I miss it? There's a wooden plate. A mailbox. Oh, it was here. God, I'm so blind. I actually can't see. How are you gonna make a salad? Salads are supposed to have a bunch of leaves, right? That sounds so cool. I wish I could have some. Wish I had a salad. You can have some. Really, yay? Let me help out then too, okay? We can make a salad together. Thanks, Score Bunny. What a good little fella. Do you use the Toy Story smoothie thing I sent you? I do, yeah. I used it for Ray when she was little to make to mix up all her food before she had her teeth. Okay, we got some leaves. We'll put some leaves. What would be a good... and some mushrooms. Now we're talking. A simple salad. I can't wait any more time to dig in. He's eating the whole salad. I knew it would be, but still. Come on, Diddle, you gotta try some. Okay, more. We'll do a little... We had a bottle of water. That doesn't seem very appetizing. We'll do some seaweed. Ooh, a seaweed salad. I love those. Her no teeth era. She has teeth now. Hershey, next month she's 2 years old. Is that crazy? Oh, my bad. I'm supposed to be making a specific kind of salad here. Put a little bean sprout. They really do. They grow up so fast. Everyone told me they would. Yeah, make that scrumptious salad. I haven't made the scrumptious salad yet. All I've been making is simple salads. How do I make it scrumptious? A wheat salad? That's not scrumptious. Anything else? Have you considered asking her politely to stop? I have. Poor Bunny's eating all my salads, Green. I don't know what to do. I made a seaweed salad. Poor Bunny is just my other chef. What about lepa berry? This is gonna be scrumptious. No, it's a lepa salad. Damn it. No, this is gonna be so hard. Well, did I miss one of them? That's seaweed. That's another simple. What if we do 2 leaves? No, that's also a simple salad. A lepa salad. We add another salad. Apparently that you cannot add 2 salads. Wait, what if we did? What if we did no, we can't do that. What do you do? What kind of food item do we need here? Did you totally have some of the salad too, Ditto? Do I need to eat it? Is that the problem? I'm so silly. Do I need to just eat the salad myself? Oh my god. Oh. It powered up leafage? Oh, that's nice. Wait. Was I able to use leafage on the stones? Preparing food makes it delicious, but I guess it also gives the food some kind of strange power, huh? I should go tell the professor and everyone. What was that? You guys hear that? Is that Ho-Oh again? Oh, it's Lugia again. Hi, Lugia. Good to see you. I doubt Champions is too pay to win. It's not made by Tencent like Unite. That's true. I just hope that it's not full of microtransactions. Like, I was really... maybe it was my fault. Maybe I was naive thinking it was going to be like a spiritual successor to Stadium or Coliseum. But only being able to store 30 Pokemon is very... meh. I'm genuinely impressed. But how will this help us cut that chain? It's just a warm-up for the next dish I'll teach you that powers up something else. Why didn't you teach us that dish first? Are you sure you really want to be out of that barrel? A good meal starts with a nice starter salad, doesn't it? Anyway, forget all that. Here's the next song. Pat, pat, pat the dough, knead up all the wheat. Bake it in a bread oven, and your bread's ready to eat. So this time we need wheat and a bread oven? How do we make one? You know, I haven't the faintest clue. A bread oven is just that, an oven, but it's round and made of stone. When you light a fire inside it to bake your bread, lovely little puffs of smoke come out of the top. That sounds like Torkoal. Hard, round, and smoky. Maybe Torkoal could teach us how to make a bread oven. Not sure that's how these things work. Let's ask him. He's just down the street. Alright. Let's go see what Torkoal's up to. I got it. I already know. Oh. What's wrong with Honchkrow? I find myself having a particularly strong urge to look after Dartrix. Perhaps it's because they remind me of a bit younger self. Of my younger self, at any rate. I feel like I can't leave them alone. Go, take them under your wing, as they say. Who just sighed? Dude, this area, my Pokemon are just not happy with me. This looks like a pretty nice home. Who's in here? Raboot! Raboot, what are you doing in the hot spring? What are you doing out here? Raboom! Oh. Oh, sorry, did I startle you? I was just doing my regular kick drills. I'm a little hungry now, so I'll head out and find a tree with some berries. Okay. Seems like a dangerous place to be for you. Thanks to its soft and fluffy fur, Raboot can easily heat up its fire energy and produce flames with more power. You say so. It's so hard to get around here. bread oven? What's that? Does it have something to do with me? Whoa, so my shell kind of looks like a bread oven. And basically, you want to study my shell to help you learn to make a bread oven? That's wild. Sounds like a real challenge. That seems really fun though. I would love to help, but can I ask you for a little help first? Sometimes I really feel like going outside, you know? But the floor of this cave is bumpy and uneven and kind of hard to walk around on. Oh, it's gonna be another slow poke moment, isn't it? Do you think you can make a nice path for me so I can get to the Pokemon Center? It's hard for me to get around when the ground is all uneven and bumpy. I'm counting on you. Okay. Yeah, I bet I could do that. What does he like to walk on? Not limestone? I don't know what he... Should I make some field grass? Can he even get up here? It feels so lush. What do I do? Do I need to let... Do I... Oh, sorry. Sorry, Scorbelly. He's just in the water. Do you want to... Yeah, I did not make a path. Let's just see what happens. Does he need stairs? Oh, I just can't. Is it this rock? Does he need moss? Hold on, friend. Can you walk on this? I don't know what he needs. I'm running out of steam. Sorry, I know you worked really hard clearing a path for me, but I'm still having trouble. Hard for me to get around when the path's uneven and bumpy. I don't even understand. What do I need to do? Do I need like some stepping stones? Is helpful? Make it less uneven and bumpy? What is it really bumpy right now? We're just... I probably should just go up. Like maybe the less he needs to climb, the better. Whoops. What's that? Oh, whoops. I dug too far. Does he like the stripped soil? I think he'll walk on that. I think he just doesn't like the gravel. Because he was able to jump up at least one. Well, hold on. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, this is all limestone. Damn it. Oh, maybe there's a plan here. Hold on. Okay. Surely. Wait. I don't know if he can walk on this in the first place. Let's just see how far he gets. Come here. It's okay this time for sure. I'm wondering if it's just the limestone. Oh, he's on the limestone right now. He's fighting with the limestone. Oh no. Oh god. He's walking on the bumpy. Why would you do that? Okay, well, it's fine. We'll do this. Just be a nice little path. He just didn't want to go down. He already went up. Okay. Could be a little better. He didn't mind the limestone very much. We just gotta get rid of the gravel. I think that's our problem. Oops. Okay. Hi, Tealbot. How's it going? This turtle needs the entire terrain altered to meet his needs? Yes. Or else he simply cannot do it. Okay. Okay, come here. Oops. Come on, come here. Turn around. Okay. Oh, why would he jump up there? Get off of that right now. Oh my god, Torkoal, you're killing me. Where are you headed? Where are you going? What do I do? Torkoal, stop. Yeah, you can't, because you went the wrong way. This is so crazy. Okay. Try this. Come on, buddy. Come here. Oh! I swear. Get down from there. So out of control, please. Why did he choose the path of most resistance at every opportunity? If you dare, Torkoal. Oh my god. Torkoal. There's so much room. You had so much room. Go. Stop it. Make sure all the dry terrain's fine. Is he gonna make it? Thank goodness. He did it. He said that was really easy. A bread oven, please. Oh yeah, but I don't know what to say to that. Guess I'll tell you everything I can remember since I was a little kid. It'll be a really long story, I think. So, when I was little, I really loved coal. I thought other Pokemon would like me more if I let out more smoke, so... Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's my story. I hope it helped. Thanks, Torkoal. Anyway, I guess I'll go for a little walk and see some sights while I'm out here. Oh yeah, I need to light a fire to use that bread oven you want to make, right? Probably need a Pokemon who's good with fire to help you out. I'm pretty good with fire myself, so I could help you if you can't find someone else. I think I got it covered, actually. Thank you, Torkoal. That is so goofy. Oh yeah, I gotta make it. Bread oven time. Oh, okay. Okay. Where did poor Bunny even go? Be back in the cave? Come here, Torkoal. You'll be fine. Come here. Oh, he's hauling now. Look at him now. Hope he trains not bother him this time. He said, leave it to me. Nice. Okay, we'll cook some wheat. And some carrots. And, some lepa berries. Carrot bread. Yay. What if we just do 3 wheats? Simple bread, hooray! Okay, what do we need to do? Just regular bread? The wheat inside. We got wheat. We did it already. We did do that. What do you mean? I already did the wheat. What more do you want me to do? Just some... Just 1 wheat? No, you can't even do just 1 wheat. This is ridiculous. We'll do a mushroom and a tomato. Oh, right. I'm doing the same thing I did last time. I gotta eat the bread. Right, right. Ooh. That looked nice. Did I know this smell? I know that smell. You managed to make some nice bread, didn't you, sweetie? Whoa, don't call me that. Oh, so after leafage, you've now powered up cut. Suppose that means you think you'll be able to get the barrel down? Oh, that's right. I'm sure you can do it, Pumpkin. Give it a good slice. I don't like all the nicknames. Look at all the utensils in his tail. Ooh, what a relief to be out of there. Oh, are you sweeties the ones who saved me? What's with the reaction? Surprised to see such a charming Pokemon pop out of that barrel. Growing up with a family of foodies, this Pokemon learned to love cooking. It'll happily eat pretty much anything, so it tends to season food rather carelessly. You're a Pokemon. You said you were the best chef in town, so naturally I thought you were a human. Well, I am the best in town after all. There's no one else left here, and I'd appreciate it if you called me Chef Dente. Besides, no human could chat so eloquently with the Pokemon. Surely you know that. That's, as it may be, but... Ah, fiddlesticks, I was so sure, but I suppose I jumped to conclusions. In case you two have saved me, isn't that wonderful? Oh, in any case, you two have saved me, isn't that wonderful? Thank you so much, sweeties. His friends call him Al. Or Al Dente. By the way, are you also searching for humans? Oh, you are too? Oh, indeed we are. I take it you are as well? Yes, I'm looking for my buddy. Your buddy? Do you mean your trainer? No, they were a chef at a restaurant. Truth is, my buddy was the best chef in town. Oh, so that's why you know so much about cooking. Do you remember anything else about the humans? What was your buddy like before they disappeared? All I know is that when I woke up a bit ago, the town was in the state it is now. I have no idea what's going on or what happened. This place was already in decline before, since so many of the humans worked as coal miners left. Even my buddy's restaurant, which used to always be so full of customers, was seeing less business. I know they were worrying about that. Who's yelling? Is someone yelling? Who's yelling back here? Is that Honchcrow? Keep it down. They don't sound like that kind of person to me. Of course it wouldn't. When I woke up, it wasn't just my buddy who was gone. Every single human had disappeared. As for the town itself, just look at the state of it. Gone completely to ruin. I'm sure something really disastrous must have happened. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but humans have disappeared from other towns as well. And for a long time now, I've been pondering what we can do to get them to come back. Oh, I just had the most wonderful idea, may I tell you? He's like, I'm gonna throw the biggest cookout the world has ever seen. My idea is to bring back life to this town to make it just as lively as the good old days, with excellent restaurants to eat at, cheerful music playing. If we can restore this town to the energetic place it used to be, maybe the humans will come back. You really loved this town, didn't you? What do you say, Charlie? Shall we do as Chef Dente suggests? Are you ready and willing to restore this town to the bright and lively place it once was altogether? Yeah, you bet I am. You really mean it, Pumpkin? Oh, thank you so much. I'll be in your debt. Well then, it's just a question of how to get started. You could make a bunch of habitats to attract lots of Pokemon to this town, or build houses for Pokemon to live in. There are plenty of things you could do. Okay. Let me try this big slice. I do the big slice. Whoa, sorry, Cricketot. Oh my god. I gotta watch where I'm aiming that thing. Woohoo! Okay, I do wonder who the hell was yelling that whole time. Oscar was asleep. Is there anything in here? Come on. A bench with a light. Let me teach you. Teach me what? Who's in here? Oh. You really are quite amazing, Charlie, sweetie. Not everyone can learn how to make bread and salad so quickly. I had a good teacher. Oh, how precious you are, saying something so sweet. Anyway, how would you like to learn how to make another of my special dishes? I'd love to. That's the spirit. Now let's get started. Sizzle, sizzle, make us drool. Hamburger steak. First need the beans with all the love in your heart. Was this a song? Next up, a frying pan is what we need to make the sizzly, juicy dish. It really is quite an art. Oh, it was a song. It just had a different rhyme scheme than the other two. The main takeaway should be to make hamburger steak, you need a frying pan. How do I get a frickin' frying pan? Wait. Okay. Why is he up so high? Is he on a bush? Frying pan. If you're looking for material that's lightweight, I have copper. Need to melt it into ingots. Need a smelter. Right? Choke was looking for you? Okay. This thing's really tough. What thing? Some kind of super strong fence up ahead that's blocking all the way forward. I tried to knock it down, my punches couldn't even make a dent. Think you'd do something about it? Yeah? Think it's a branch on a tree? Now that I'd like to see. Let's jog over to the fence. Try to keep up. Oh my god, why is he so fast? He had to take the stairs. Looks pretty sturdy, right? Whoa, you really did cut it like like it was paper. Classic ditto. I knew you'd handle it. Now we can finally go further in, but is it just me or is it ridiculously hot? I'm no good with hot places. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the tunnel. So I'll head back now. But hey, you should go further and check it out. Oh. Really hot. The mountains seem to be volcanoes. Copper ore to make ingots. Believe you want a smelting furnace for that. Pokemon called Magmar. They're all born in volcanoes, much like the one you're in now. I wonder if Arcanine's in here. Oh, I hope so. Arcanine lives in volcanoes. Here, you stay. So you're not having a horrible time in here. Hey! Oh. If you painted the dragon wine holder, I haven't painted it yet, but I do have it. It is set up in my living room. What the heck? Can I? There we go. What do we need here? A wheelbarrow, excavation tools, and the furnace. Excuse me. There a wheelbarrow around here? Oh, there is. Wait, can I just pick it up? I'll just move it. It'll be easier. Oh. Wait, sorry. Excuse me. That's not what I'm trying to do. I can't push it from this side or what? Alright, well. You can stack the tools like that? That's cool. The digging and burning habitat. Oh, it's just Magmar that spawns with that. Okay. Wonder how they'll show up. Maybe it'll be the wheelbarrow? What was that? Pot. Nice. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. Ah. What can I drop off here? Oh, some of my giant piles of ash, probably. We don't need all that. A crystal fragment. Good night, J-Ma. What? I didn't want to pick that all back up. That should be better. I don't know what these are going to be used for, but they look important. Okay. Oh. Oh! Bug Love September issue. This issue features article all about Vespiquen. What is the beehive Pokemon's surprising reaction when you give it honey? Read to find out. It's funny that that one's lost down here. You get Vespiquen so early. Ooh. You think you just die if you walk on the lava? A magma rock. Oh, piping hot lava. So the magma rock by the lava, you can get a Charcadet. That's cool. Nice. Charcadet and something else. Who else spawns around here? Oh. This is cool. Oops. Oh, I see, I gotta cool it off first. And then I can move it. Oh, there's something over there though. Oh my god. It'd be funny if Didio flies out of the lava grabbing his... Oh yeah, like the Mario 64. Oh, that game is so fun. What is all this? Crystal walls? Oh, boy, I'm gonna be in here for a minute, huh? Oop. There's crystal floors, too. Are these also walls? Just walls on the ground. Oh. Okay, I might have to come back here when I can actually break this stuff. So I'm sure that my rock smash is gonna get upgraded too at some point. If all the other ones are. Is this a lava waterfall? Oh, whoa, wow! Whoa, what'd I do? Guys, what did I do? Guys, help! Oh my god, what have I done? I made it so much worse. Okay, I did not understand how that was gonna go. But lesson learned. Don't try to cool off the waterfalls. Wonder where this even spits us out at. I cooled the lava underneath me so it made a fountain. Yeah, okay, that's my bad. Lesson learned. Hoping for more lore. Gym Leader Monthly, July issue. Brock, gym leader of the Pewter City Gym, has built up a rock-hard defense using his well-trained muscles and Pokemon. But what's behind the hard exterior? July's special edition of Gym Leader Monthly will be all about the rock-solid Pokemon trainer Brock. Just what is his secret to stoicism? Cool. Oh, we got a little Brock outfit. I'm gonna keep my little outfit for right now, though. Hey, Jamie, how's it going? Glad you're here. Oh, Poke Medal. Whoa. Whoa. Flash. Lum seeds. Hello, off on a couch. Where am I? Am I back at... No idea where I am. Can't go that way. I wonder if this is actually by the entrance. If I was able to break down the black stone, I bet that would spit us out right at the entrance. We gotta go up this way. New Pokemon game? Yeah! This is Pokopia. It's, from the makers of Dragon Quest Builders, so it's a very similar game to that. But you play as this Ditto. Oh, I can't break that. This is all covered in ash too. And you're trying to figure out what happened to the world. Where the humans are, where the Pokemon went. And then you figure it out through different little lore pieces and you rebuild habitats for other Pokemon. It's extremely cozy. Oh, is this a lab? This looks like a lab to me. Cool. Project cancellation proposal. The project originally set to launch next month is moving ahead with preparations despite its low chance of success. We took it upon ourselves to collect data and perform our own calculations. A report on the danger that came to light from said calculations is included herein. With this in mind, we ask that you please seriously consider canceling the project. Oh my gosh. All the lore pieces are so sad. They just all sound like so desperate and heartbreaking. Much ash everywhere. Oops. I just want to see what this place looks like. I wish I had a Pokemon with me that would just like clean up all the trash I leave. Like at least with Ash. That would be so helpful. Stacks of ash are good for trading? Oh, I didn't know that you could trade things. Well, that's good, because there's so much ash. In this game, you can't catch or use Pokemon. Yeah, so you are a Ditto that looks like your trainer. So there's no battling, and there's no catching Pokemon, but you do make habitats for them to come live in different areas. So you do meet a lot of Pokemon and befriend them and talk to them, and you can play games and make them little houses and stuff. Oh, right. An industrial desk. Let's just drop. Since there's so much ash in here anyway, we'll just drop off some of this stuff too that I don't need. I'm sure I'll need some of that later on, but... Oh. Is that Gibigool? Whoa, is this a museum? Oh, I didn't expect to have a visitor in a place like this, yo. Let me introduce myself. I'm Gibigool, just a humble little treasure collector. You must be a bit of a treasure hunter yourself to come to a place like this, huh? I guess so. No need to guess, you definitely are. See a funny looking room? Can't help but peek inside. Something shiny on the ground? Gotta pick it up. That's the kind of Pokemon you are, yo. I can see it in you. Yeah, he kind of clocked me, I'll be honest. Hi, gimme ghoul. Hello, treasure collectors meeting here. It's gotta be fate. So I've got something I'd like to ask. From one treasure lover to another. And that is, you guessed it, finding some treasure. Rainbow feathers in this case. If the rumors are true, rainbow feathers are the feathers of a super strong Pokemon, yo. Or you can find the feathers on the ground. True. Bring them to me? Ooh, what do I get for that? I think I dropped off my rainbow feathers at home. Dang it. Okay, well, I'll have to remember to come back here. Oh, look at him. Just gimme go around. Oh, I gotta take that. I have his head back at my house. I think I still need this section of his body, though. Oh, we need 2 pedestal stands. Head, legs, body, tail. Guess I'll just take a few of these. Ooh. Whoops. Can I? There we go. We got legs, arms. Oh, nice. So I do have his head. So I can get Tyrantrum. Awesome. Maybe this is where I should bring my other fossils. Wait, eating the salad powered up my leafage again? What? Ooh, what's in there? What does my leafage do now? Oh, look at that! It's an Applin chair! That's great! Is this a mixing studio? Oh. Okay, sorry, I gotta drop more stuff off. Let me just, more and more people are finding themselves low on sleep recently due to the rapid and unexpected changes in their environment. In this issue, we'll offer some ideas that can help to get your sleep back on track, including information on aromatherapy and hot baths. Better sleep at night starts with a more relaxing day. Oh! Oh! That's so cute. Stop it. A boo in a box. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. I will be taking all of these as well. I'm just kidding. I don't have enough room for anything. Look, this is... We'll just come grab stuff a little later, you know? This is just a top priority for the moment. There we go. I should have organized it before I was throwing everything out. I love some clutter. This broken? Ooh. Wait, what is it? A book. Some books. Team Rocket Grunt's journal. I went ahead and got some prizes already. I went with gym badges. People are crazy about those things, you know? These are fake ones though. I just gotta get some nice little Pokemon trainers to come work for free. But that's got me kind of stumped. All the trainers I try to talk to in town just look at me like I'm suspicious and ignore everything I say. I don't know if my handiwork was no good or if I just have a face that only a mother could trust, but I gotta say that whole thing's got me feeling kind of down. I even had to report to the boss and tell him that the mission wasn't going well. I just didn't have a choice. But the boss didn't get mad. He just gave me a pep talk and let me up in some ultra top secret intel about our warehouse. Poor Team Rocket Grunt. He can't even trick people with his fake gym badges. Oh, yoink. Oh, I didn't even see the stairs either. It's a big building. More crystals. Wow, this is just a big museum. Well, what is this? Stop. I want it. I just gotta come back here. I can't. Look at the spacesuit. Yeah, I gotta come back. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We'll just... Wait, what's my... There. Drop. Drop it. Drop it. An iron door. Ah! Okay, wow. Oh, what's out here? It's like a little party. Professor's diary. It was decided that we will take part in the Pokemon Conservation Project. It's a plan to safely store all Pokemon on the planet in a massive computer system while humanity takes refuge in space. I can't be sure that such a thing is even possible, and being parted from our Pokemon will be terribly painful, but this may be the only way that people and Pokemon will be able to live together again someday. I was also asked to join a survey team after we moved to space, but I held off on responding. After humanity relocates, a small group will be sent back to the planet to survey the environment and do maintenance on the conservation system. Given my age, I don't know if I'll be able to be spry enough to be of much help. I think it's a task best left to the young. Oh, why am I gonna cry? Why am I gonna cry? And who knows how long ago that was? Like, maybe Tangrowth doesn't have a great idea of time. Like, maybe it just feels like a really, really long time, but it seems like it's been decades. Oh. That's... Ah, that broke my heart. Little drinks. Oh, amazing. Don't even know where I am. I don't even know how to get back home. What is that? Oh, another relic. Okay. I think we're gonna have to just fast travel home because I don't know how to get back. All this lava out here. Look on the map. Oh, I'm not that far. I'm not that far. Okay. Let's travel back here. At least I have Gimme Ghoul on the map. Gotta find him. What's he talking about? I'm gonna go back to see if Magmar spawned. Because I think he was towards the beginning. Nice. What? Huh? Hi there. It's been a while since I've talked to anyone, and well, I'm getting really nervous, to be honest. I feel like my heart's about to jump out of my mouth. Boom. Oh, sorry, fire came out instead. I'd be so happy if you'd come talk to me again, though. Not this anxious Magmar. Found near the mouth of a volcano, this fire breather's body temperature is nearly 2200 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, whatever you say, Pokedex. Hi there, Ditto. What's up? You need to melt some copper ore and make ingots? Feels good to be relied on. Could you put some copper ore in the furnace? It'll take a little time. Yeah, you got it, bud. Where's he going? There's something bothering me about my current home. Is it that there's no windows or friends? Maybe I can give him something nice. Do you want this pop art sofa? Let's liven your place up a little bit. Do you want your own radio talk show? Can I give him anything else? Really? Not really in this moment, but he can have that couch right now. Okay, I should fix this. This railway. So it's easier to get down here. How many of these pieces I have. I think I had like 60 of them though. Hi, Diglett. So cute. Oh, they just stretch up like that? I need to like just focus on cleaning up all this ash sometime. Maybe that's what I'll do off stream. Okay, I'll take this piece. And this piece. How does this work? Will this connect? Oh, I see. It does not. So now can I just like... Oh, wow! That goes pretty dang fast. Ooh! Oh, that was so worth it. Skirt. Okay. Who are you looking for? You know Graveler? Graveler? Nope. Who's that? They're huge, heavy, round, rocky Pokemon. I used to work out with them back all the time back in the day. They're the perfect weight for bench presses. Anyway, I need them for something again. Could you be a pal and find Graveler for me? Pretty sure like hanging out in spots like this. Gonna be in the volcano, huh? Oh, a mossy boulder. You say so. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Who says that? Is that a Malphite quote? Why did that just pop into my head? Don't mind if I do. Here we go. Graveler and who else? I wonder who else shows up here. The mossy rock just makes me think of Leafeon, but I think all the EVs need special drinks, which is really the most important part of this mission right now that I need to focus on. Okay, we gotta go back and see if we got any ingots, so we can make a frying pan. Don't worry, you guys. My priorities have been straight. It's all about getting Vaporeon to live in the village. That's been my only goal. Oh, shoot. Well, let's see. I'd also make another cart. Wait, I don't think I have a recipe to make another cart yet. Oh, there's another hot spring right there. Guys, I want to know how to get Arcanine. I already went that way, right. Anyone here? No. Oh, I didn't go that way. Did I? Maybe I did? Oh my god, sorry. Look, my hands are all burned. What? How did I miss this? Photo 4? Oh, it's the Riolu and Growlithe. Wait. We had a journal entry of them. Collection. What's it? Not Katie's. That. Yeah, look at this cute photo of Riolu. I took it when Growly, who just moved in next door, came over to play. Doesn't she look happy? Lately, she's been spending every free minute playing with Growly. At this rate, she'll probably forget all about you. Just kidding, but if you're worried about that, maybe you should finally visit next summer break. It hurts. I'm in anguish. I'll probably forget all about you. And they're just here, missing their people. This game. This game is hurting me. Oh! Oh, it's the... Guys, it's the big building. The hell? It's just right here? That's crazy. Okay, well. Good to know. Dibs on living here. Come here, Charcadet. I want to know who else spawns here. Hey. Well, what'd you think about my move? Pretty cool, huh? I practice it real hard all the time, so I'll never lose. As long as I keep my body moving and let my feelings burn within me, I can beat anyone, even if they're huge. Probably. Dude, right, Lab Wolf? It's like killing me. Its firepower increases when it fights, reaching over 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. It likes berries that are rich and fat. It's got a bulk. I get it. A recipe for discovering more Pokemon? A wooden partition. My home is definitely getting way nicer to live in. Pretty average. Do you want a chair? I can offer you... I can't really actually offer you a chair. I don't have anything to give you for your comfort. So let me work on it. I'll work on it. Okay, well this is nice to know that that's just right here though. So if I get another cart... I get another cart. Or I guess I could just move the other one. Wait, can I stop on it? Oh, you can! You're gonna stop midway. That's cool. I guess I should take some of these. I don't think we need the railroad, like, going through the whole town here. It's so unnecessary. Whoops. Whoops! Oh my gosh. Let me just... Okay. This here, and this here. And then we'll get rid of these ones. I shouldn't have placed that down first. I see the error of my ways here. Ah. Should we go check on him again? See if we finished making any of those. We can make our frying pan. Man. My comfort is iffy, I guess. Let's move this out of the way. Where did... Where did I put it? Where's our wheelbarrow? Oh. There we go. Oh, I can still take them. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that I was just not close enough or something. I can turn ash into something. That's good. I can make another hand cart. Okay. Okay, I also need to make this frying pan. Wait, can I make a storage box ticket? Okay, I could. I'll just drop something. I always have those for no good reason. Okay. And we'll just place a couple... I don't even know what I would put in here is the problem. I'll put this, some of these. This. I'll put this. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That handcart. Oh! He just take a nap. He's like, that's enough. That was a lot of hard work. He's great. Alright, can you melt these for me too? Okay. We'll make our freaking frying pan. And our cooking pot. Your outfit's quite darling, Muffin, but it's not quite suitable for a chef. Oh, yay. You get a chef outfit. Oh. Goodness gracious, I didn't know you were so good at doing impressions. I'm a ditto. Now you look just like me. Quite the upgrade, sweetie. That yellow scarf is just like the matching ones that my buddy and I wore. It looks great on you. I'm sure your dishes will be tasty from now on if you can change into that look when you cook. A splendid frying pan. Here you go. Can't wait to make a delicious hamburger steak. I can put this green bean and this mushroom. There's a steak of what exactly? And this tomato. We'll do an extra mushroom. I made a tomato hamburger steak. You absorb new information just like a little sponge cake, don't you, sweetie? I'd better do my best to keep up. Oh my gosh. Sweet. right. Okay, I also have a cooking pot. I got some fresh water, a raspberry. Do 2 raspberries. Simple soup. Look at the big soup mug. Oh, I love it. Yay! Oh, upgrades, people. This is so nice. This is great. I always get so sleepy in the afternoon. What? Okay, so now that that's all upgraded, I can put a salad on my steak. This seems a little bit crazy. The simple hamburger steak. My pee-pee is full. Well, hey, what am I supposed to do with this? Okay, well, guess we'll get the heck out of here. Is everyone comfortable? Just yells. I know, we have you to thank for their comfortable lifestyles here, Charlie. Nice. Gather stones. Oh, I've got so much stones. Ooh! Did you see that house? Oh. A stone cottage kit? Ooh, Pokemon can relax. That looks so nice. Okay, what was I gonna make? I was gonna make... oh yeah. Box to the rhythm. What is this? Machoke, Riolu, and someone else. It's just a stereo next to a punching bag. This would also summon my husband, just for the record. Refreshing locker room habitat. It's gonna have a shower. Oh. 2 lockers, a tree, a bench, and what is that? A punching game? Who shows up to that? It's Rabu and someone else. Alright. You say so. Oh yeah, I was gonna make the Clefable statue. That looks pretty cool. Gotta buy one of these. This is only a limited time and it's on sale, so I gotta buy that. I wish I had this kind of bread. What's up? What do you want? I'd love some fresh carrots. I've got carrot bread right here. This is the first thing I made. Time to build, time to build. Oh, I need glass and iron. Oh yeah, wait, I gotta go, okay, gosh, there's so much to do. What's that sound? I think I hear sounds coming from down in there. War Bunny is so cute. Oh, this is the iron ingots. Or... like a stereo? It's DJ Roto. Yay. Hmm. Boo, yo. Oh my god, they all say yo. Haha, you scared, huh? Maybe I've gone rusty. It's been a hot minute since I tried to scare a human. Not a human, yo. What? Yo, you're a ditto? Whoa, that transformation is wild. So what? Anyway, I guess you came to check out because you heard some noise? My bad, yo. I was just bumping some tunes. I can go into all sorts of machines and electronics, you know? This one's super cool. It plays music. I was waiting here all alone, hoping someone would come along. No one ever did, so I've just been playing music, keep my mood high and the vibes right. This Rotom entered a mini stereo system and was deeply moved by the synth pop CD someone left inside. The experience this gave this Pokemon an upbeat personality. But hey, now that you're here, Ditto, how about listening to some hot tracks with me before you run off? Yeah, I got some CDs. You don't have time for that? Because all the humans and Pokemon disappeared? Yo, seriously? But the Pokemon are slowly coming back, you say? And you're trying to make a new town with great vibes? Yo, that is so cool. I want to help out too. Guess I won't waste any more time just sitting around here. I'll see you again in a bit. Wait, hold on. Now, hold on a minute. Come here. I want to play music. He said, yo, that's crazy. Come on, Rotom. Aren't you supposed to be very fast? Maybe Rotom stereo is very slow. It's the only Rotom that's really slow. Do you guys remember the Rotom in Legends Arceus? That thing was like blinking around the map. It was so scary. Rotom was playing music down there, huh? What a relief to know. The sounds are kind of scaring me. Thanks for looking into it, Ditto. I'm gonna go make friends with Rotom. Hey, where are you going? Where are you headed? Is someone even up here for you to meet? Shut up. David, I got some stuff to do. Hey everybody! Yo, Charlie and friends, y'all got a sec? Rotom, no one's here. They're all down there. My hombre lombre. Charlie, you seem to find the most unusual Pokemon. Yeah, look at you three, you little freaks. You're called Rotom, is that right, Pumpkin? Goodness, you do seem to have a lot of energy. I heard y'all want to make it totally poppin' town here. And I have a really good idea how to make the vibes immaculate. Are you gonna help us out too? What a sweetie you are. Thank you. Indeed, we'd be very grateful. Would you please share your idea with us? There's only one way to make it happen, yo. We gotta have a party. A party? What exactly are you thinking of? Oh, a party sounds lovely. This brings back so many food memories. Yeah, a party with hype music and singing and dancing and eating good food, yo. Ah, right, yes, a party, of course. This is more or less what I was picturing. Girl, Yes, indeed. That does sound quite fun. Let's have a party. I knew you'd be down, Charlie. Let's get working on the preparations. And what would those be? Could you tell us what we ought to do? We can figure that out as we go. Let's get to it. Party time. Oh, he's record scratching. I'm so looking forward to having a party. After the most important thing you need for a party is food, I'll show you all my very best cooking and whip up a special spread just for the party. Sounds delicious. Thank you, Greedon. Please do look forward to that. That being said, I wonder what I should cook. A special dish for a special party. I think I need to think hard about this. It would include lepa berries and beans are a must. The big question is what dish will incorporate all of that? Oh, my mind's a scrambled mess right now. I just can't seem to get my thoughts in order. You know what? Maybe it'd be better if we set up the party venue before worrying about all that. So you're gonna need this. Party cooking pot from Chef Dente. I get to set this up as a little party. I'm sure it inspired me to come with a wonderful dish too. Yeah, let's swap it. We'll swap it for this flowers. Okay. Please play this music. Yo, music's like the soul of the party, right? But an epic party should have some epic food too. Yeah, don't worry, I got the kitchen down. I need you to play music for me. But he is refusing. Listen, play Viridian City. I'm begging you. Oh. Where? Oh, here it is. Oh, wow. We just need a little bit more wheat. Well, I think we have wheat, though. Pingrowth never partied in his life. He's just doing his best. He didn't know. He didn't know there was any parties to be had. Check out the big cut. Woohoo! So nice. Look at that, it reached all the way over there. That is just fantastic. Oh my god, hold on. I made a mistake. Hold on, wait, I think... Everything's getting a little extra watered right now. Oh no, wait, what did I do? How is there so much water here? Oh, because there's two sources maybe? Hold on, what if we... Nope, nope. Well, that didn't really help. I have really made a mess of things. Can I, like... No, I can't. I don't know what to do. Happy Tuesday, Jordan. I hope you're well. Oh, is it going through the stairs right here? Hold on, so maybe I can just put another, like, dirt clod right here. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Oh, this isn't great, but it is what it is. A special salad. Heard you're a whiz at making salad. Scorbunny told me all about it. I want to eat it beautifully. A salad where everything's shredded really finely. Think you'd make something like that? Shredded really finely? If you need help cutting up the salad greens, let me know. Okay, sure. Come here. Here's a leaf. And a tomato. Wait. I've got to put stuff away, you guys. I'm so bad at it. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in here already too. Okay, let's sort this for a moment. Can I eat this bread? Wait. I powered up my cut again? How does that even work? What does it do now? Alright. Go get him, Dartrix. One shredded salad. Honchcore's always got something to say. Every time I speak with Bonsly, my mind feels clearer and sharper than before. I suppose that happens with good listeners. Now then, what to chat about next? Honchcore just has an outer monologue. Oh, sorry, wait, I missed your message, Jordan. It's alright, I had a St. Patty's Day dinner with my girlfriend's fam. My girlfriend got her own Switch and copied Pokopia, so I'm excited to jump into the game experiences for myself. Oh, that's so awesome. I saw someone post. They're like, been playing Pokopia, have to stop and buy my girlfriend a Switch 2, or sorry, I have to buy my wife a Switch 2 and Pokopia to avoid a divorce. Cracked me up. Okay, now we got all our wheat. We just need Chef Dente. Guys, do you think Chef Dente is a boy or a girl? I just assumed they were a boy, but like, we don't actually know that. Then we just need to get down. Get grooving, you know? What if we get everyone in the mood for a party first while Chef's thinking? If everyone's in the right mood, coming up with an awesome party food should be easy. I'm believing you, Chef. You got this. Haven't you two only just met? Well, despite that, I'm beginning to agree. It does feel like I could come up with a good idea if the mood's right. Awesome. How about it then, Charlie, sweetie? Would you be a little mood maker for us? I know I've done nothing but ask favors of you, but well, I'm asking again. It really does sound quite festive. But how exactly are you meant to raise the mood? We can figure that out as we go, yo. Look like the mood's sitting around 36 right now. We gotta get hype and crank it to 100. Oh boy, here we go. I did put them in the pot, I did. Need everyone else to get over here. My time to shine. Leave the music to me. Yes. Please play this CD. They're those flat things that humans made to record music for playback purposes. If you put some CDs in my CD player, I can play the music. Please play Viridian City. I beg of you. I want to go to some areas far away, but I feel like I might get lost, you know? Now we're talking. Music the best. The body mine's a real clear and immersive sound. That's like in my specs or whatever. Awesome, yo. I can hold up to 5 CDs in this fancy body of mine. Bring me any new CDs you find. Be happy to hold on to them for you. Aye. We should liven things up. I've been pondering our problem for a bit, how to raise the mood. And I believe I've come up with a humdinger of an idea. Do you recall how we've occasionally excavated lost relics left by humans? Well, what do you think about displaying those at the party venue? I'd love nothing more than appraise those lost relics and discover exactly what they are. By displaying them, we might help others remember the times where humans were still here. You know, create a nostalgic atmosphere. Oh, he's so sweet. I love him. DJ Rodham was talking about vibes and such. Surely this is the kind of thing they meant. What do you say? Love it. You got the right idea. I wonder what CD's on his head. Or TM. Are watching our wedding highlight because I love you. You're watching our wedding video right now? What the hell? My heart. That's a blob of black sludge. It's something humans use. I have no clue how to use it, but I suppose there must have been humans who like this sort of thing. Need to put it in a frame. Nice. I don't think that's gonna really up the vibes here, though, I'll be honest. I got it. That's a silver bottle cap. Something humans used. Yeah, they sold those for money. Because our anniversary's tomorrow and you probably forgot. You are so out of your mind. You think I forgot our anniversary? You've asked me multiple times when it is. Why would you make me out you like this? That's so crazy. Let's put this right here. So next, we're gonna need something else with the music to get the mood just right. The venue vibing. I think we need a Pokemon who's high-key down to party. One who can give us a primo dance performance. Guess the next thing you need to help is bring a Pokemon who can really hype a crowd. Bring them here next to me, yo. I'm sure they'll give us a sick performance as soon as they catch my musical vibes. Someone like, I bet Ludicolo would be a great hype Pokemon. Oh, Shikagolo? Something about him just makes me think, you know? The uplifting duckweed. Okay. We've got to get Ludicolo. Shikagolo. I think those weeds are up here. Or maybe they're down there? It's not like I can really move those though. What am I supposed to do? It won't even let me pick it up. I wonder if I need to upgrade something else? Break it. It did work! Oh, cool! That's awesome. You make this place look so nice. Okay, well, while we're waiting for that, what the hell is Machoke doing right there? What are you doing? Why is he hiding? Oh, I do need to check on that actually. Because maybe Graveler is already here? Did you tell me there's a plot to this game? There is. There's a whole story. There's lots of missions in every zone too. Like there's a lot to do. And then outside of that, there's also just like the free roam. Like you have the freedom to do whatever you want, but there is a lot of story. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. The boulders here are really cold and crunchy. I could eat a mountain of them. Let me know if you find any more tasty looking boulders. Obstacles are just things to roll straight over, not avoid. Alright, you gotta go meet Machoke. He wants to like body press you or something, I don't know. Machoke needs me? For what? Oh, I know, for working out. Not real big on training that way. It tickles, you know? Wait, you're good at that thing, right? You good at the transforming? You want me to be Graveler? What? What? What do we do in gravel mode? We learned rollout? Are you serious? Whoa, you look just like me. You're real good at this whole transforming thing. You think so? Oh, Raining, thank you for the 67 months. I appreciate you. Okay, well, I guess we gotta roll out. Oh my god!
Pokopia reminds me of Ray. When Ray turns 10, you better prepare her for the start of her journey by giving her a starting Pokemon.
Way ahead of you, don't worry. I can't wait to see who she likes. She already really likes Bulbasaur, just so you know. Well, 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 but ain't Graveler. What's up? What's new, pal? I've been looking everywhere for you, and, did you, change your look? Something's different. Nope, same old Graveler. Oh, I guess it has been a long time since I last saw you, which reminds me, it's great to see you. Truth is, there's something I want to tell you. I'm really sorry for how I used to force you to work out with me. You never really seemed into it, and so I feel bad for making you do it anyway. Sorry again, pal. These days are more into workouts that can use sandbags, so it won't happen again. I'm glad we got to talk. Now that that's behind us, I hope we can still hang out. Seems Graveler was under the wrong impression. Head back to them and share what Machoke said. Oh my god. Okay, let me get Ludicolo real quick. Oh. Hold on. He's also a Squirtle enjoyer, that's true. He also likes this guy. Chica-Golo. Ludi, hey there. Nice to meet you. This new living space is so nice. Just makes me want to dance. I love having music when I'm dancing. Hey, if you know any good songs, I'd love to hear them. Oh yeah, we gotta get this guy over there. Pineapple Duck. Where are you? You gotta meet a radio. It's imperative. Whee! That's great. I think I went too fast for him. Oh, he's coming. Why is he? Come on, Ludicolo. Oh, Lordy coming. Leave it to me. Oh yeah, music. You're the best hype Pokemon there is. Thank you too, Charlie. The mood's getting pretty awesome. Oh, now we're talking. Now we got a party going. think they'll enjoy this Gengar in a box. I can't do anything with that. We can put some of these up. That's nice. Little party banisters. I don't know, I have another speaker. I guess let's set it here. So much fun to do. I wish I could hang out forever. A photo op is about to happen? With who? Oh! What? He got scared. Are you oh my god, his mouth! Oh, he's fine. Okay. What else can I put down here? I got this berry chair. Oh, it's getting hype, you guys. It's getting hype. Oh, this place is really shaping up to something special. Do you suppose the mood has risen a bit? I'm certain lost relics aren't the only thing that could help folks get in a festive mood. If you come across anything that seems appropriate for a party, try placing it in the venue. Okay. Appropriate for a party, huh? This is a microphone. That's always appropriate for a party. Oh, I should get that stage. I don't remember where I put it. Maybe I need to buy it still from the Pokemon Center? That song always made you think of an ice cream truck. It was very cute. It does have that vibe. Okay, we'll buy some paper cups. Some balloons, of course. We'll buy garden flowers recipe. That's important. We can get another party cooking pot. I thought there was a stage. Maybe I already bought it. I never know. It's all lights and stuff. Maybe not. Maybe I should just go steal it from Zoroa's house. That's probably what to do. We'll buy another table. Larvitar! Okay, let's... Come here, you guys. Whoops. I want him at the party. We should bring Magmar to the party too, because he's so anxious. He needs to be around people. Oh my, do you really need to eat that much, Machoke? Well, yeah, I gotta eat if you want to bulk up. I'm excited to try whatever you're cooking up at the party. How many extra servings can I have? Hope it's at least in the double digits. This puts me in a pickle. I hadn't made up my own mind on what to make yet. Now to complicate things further, I have to factor in sweeties like you with extra hearty appetites. Really, what marvelous timing. You heard what we were just talking about, right? Probably plenty of other sweeties like Machoke who are here to eat quite a bit. I alone may not be capable of making enough party food for everyone. Okay. Salad, bread, hamburger, steak, any of these will do. Put the food on plates to suit the occasion. Oh, you got it. Party platter. 5 party platters. Can I set... Does it have to be on a plate for me to set it down? Yes. So that looks quite tempting. Go back to our little kitchen. Okay, we'll make a delicious carrot steak. Okay. And this time we'll make a mushroom soup. I like the cooking sounds. Yeah, me too. We'll make some bread. We'll make a tomato bread. That's just regular bread. Okay. Do we have any... Did I put any plates in here by chance? I have a chair. And a mailbox. An industrial chair. Work, hold on. This... Wait, do I even have room? Yeah, okay. We could make... Could maybe put a garbage bin out there. That probably wouldn't be the worst. A magic carp decoration! Need a gold ingot? Where do I get a gold ingot from? Haven't seen any gold. Oh, plates. Okay, let's take the doll up here. Whoa. Will this count if I put it up here or no? Oh, it does. Nice. Okay, and then we can put a hamburger steak and a salad. Where's our other stuff? Breaded salad. Oh. A tantalizing dining set. Ooh. Okay. Who's just a hungry little fella? Mushroom soup. Was there... I don't know if I did what Greedent wanted me to do. Make 5 party platters, load them up with an assortment of different dishes. I don't understand how to make a party platter. I just made all the food and put it together. I don't know if there's a specific way to make a party platter though. Okay. I think we're doing it, maybe. Get some dolls over here. This microphone. Surely someone will be talking. All these Pokemon are such chatterboxes. That's a set too? Who's showing up for that? An office shelf does not really suit the vibe here. Maybe some books? I don't know. Put a book. Put a book on this table. How are we looking? What's our score so far? Around 95. Oh, we're very close. I still don't really understand. How do you do the party platters? I need to go in here. Maybe it'll give me more information. No, I don't really understand still. Okay. Oh, Larvitar is still out during the day, so he's just taking a nap. So cute. Okay, well maybe a little Cleffa can help me. Or Fido maybe. What's up? Thanks for the rock. What a cute little guy. Party platter. Like, am I missing something here? The party platter looked like a specific thing. don't think it's anything that I can make. Oh, no, it is. Oh, but I need iron for it. Oh, it's Magmar! He's like, oh, I finally made it all the way out. Hey, come here. I was just about to get you. You gotta come meet everybody else. Oh, he's so fast! Nice, okay. Alright, now how am I gonna get someone to smelt the ingots? Wait, can I make another smelter and just put it up here maybe? Oh, I didn't consider that before. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I need to buy it. Furnace. Excuse me. What the hell, man? Maybe let's go grab it and bring it up here. I love this little cart thing. Oh my god, Cleffa! Oh my god. Okay. Let's add a little bit. What is Torkoal doing on the perch? Get down from there. Okay, we need to get some more ingots. Wait, how do I do this? Can I like... Whoa, oh my god, oh my god. We are making a mess. Hold on, hold on. Oh, did I miss this? Oh, ophthalmology journal spring? Abstract. Pidgeot possess high visual acuity. This study focused on comparing the eyes of Pidgeot to other Pokemon. As a result, it successfully identified a specific DNA strand that impacts eyesight. This DNA strand demands further research, specifically with application in mind for restoring sight to humans. Celadon Research Center. Oh, the super nerd outfit. Yeah, we'll stay like this. That's awesome. That's a little more iron ore. I feel like we're gonna need so much of this stuff. I can't believe Well, actually I can. I was gonna say, I can't believe it just took Pokemon to get me into Minecraft. But, like, of course it did. Oh, nice, we found some gold. I had friends trying to get me to play Minecraft for years, and I was like, that's just not for me, and here I am, just mining away. Just because the Pokemon asked me to throw a party. I forgot Cleffa was following me. It just needs the Ditto skin in Minecraft. Charlie would be hooked. I don't know. Even that mod, the Cobblemon mod, I was just like, I just don't know if I can get into it. But here I am. So maybe I would have a good time. I don't know. I wish I had another cart. Should have made one. A little... Is there a workbench in here? The professor's lab thing, and then it goes into the museum. I remember if I saw a workbench in here, though. Oh, you know what? They did have a bunch of the party stuff outside. Would be quite nice. Oh, those are cute hedges too. Oh, there's a workbench. But I think I know how to get back now anyway, so. We'll drop these flowers. Right? And then I think I have a little cart just over here. There's Charcadet. Maybe I'll see if Charcadet wants to come with me to the party. Oh, I didn't make the card. Wait, is it this way? Oh boy, I hope I'm going the right way. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, good. Yay! Oh, but the damn cart's not over here either. Well... How much more can you power up your abilities? Come on, babies, keep up. I've made a mistake. Well, it'll be fine. Oh. He gave me some ore. That's so nice. Okay, come here. We got more work to do. Just add the whole stack. There we go. Oh, now we can make the smelting furnace. Eat. Someone must stop me. I didn't mean to do that. That is ironic that I was going to show him the armor fragment though. Let's... Oh, do I do? Put these right here for a moment. Then we'll do the gold ore. Okay, and if I leave them, they'll just keep going. Sweet! Okay. This is turning out to be quite the party. We just gotta clean it up just a bit more. Audio mixer for just no reason. We'll put this barrel somewhere. Oh, they've been eating the food. I guess I should have expected them to do that. Okay. Where's my... Did I pick up a bench? I did. Man, I'm throwing a party. I want to invite all the other Pokemon. Where's everybody else? Okay. What were we doing, Graydon? I forgot. Oh, right. That's what I was getting the ingots for. I remember. One ingot. Everyone's huffing and puffing again. Where do I put these? Excuse me. Maybe I can just put... Oh, I had 2 of those. Let's just do that. Thanks, Nilbus. Actually, let's just... Whoops. Excuse me. Can I? Okay, thank you. I'm struggling. Oh, I see. Oh, oops. This is so awkward though. I need like just 1 extra table. Got this walkway, that won't help. God, what was I thinking? Maybe I can put this behind it. Set some drinks, and then the last party platter. A feast! Oh, it's gonna be. It's gonna be. Okay, we make 1 more party platter, and then we gotta make some freaking food. I messed this all up. Okay, maybe Cleffa can help me again. Okay, we'll make another little salad. And then we'll make a steak with what is gonna be on steak. We'll do a lepa berry steak. Lepa berry. Okay, well, this is gonna be a leaf soup. Very delicious. And we'll cook some bean bread. What's in the meat, Ditto? I think it's a vegan dish. I think the berry is the meat. Berry protein. We'll do a I just want to see if it'll make anything new. Doesn't seem like it will though. What if we did wheat? What if we did wheat? What if we did... It's just ridiculous. None of this is making any sense. No, they're all, it's all just the same stuff. Oh, tomato burger. Now we're talking. Hello, Auntie. Hello, how's it going? Wait, do Pokemon eat? Well, they do eat. And there's So in the early days of Pokemon, there's a lot of continuity errors if you go back and compare it to today. So they're like, yeah, Pokemon and people seem to eat regular food, but it's like potato soups and vegetables and stuff. But then occasionally they'll eat seafood or certain things, or they'll like allude to eating slowpoke tails or Magikarp. And then Pokedex entries will be like, they need to eat this amount of meat in a day, or like this is a primary source of food for them. And you're like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Like they just eat that kind of Pokemon. So yeah, that's a thing. Oh, here's our soup. And a bread. And our last platter will be this burger steak. Yeah, it's all the dark stuff in Pokemon tends to be in the Pokedex. If you were ever curious, it all seems to be in the Pokedex. Hey, come here, you. Gosh, this guy. Now this party's getting really started. Are we not at 100 yet? Oh, we did it! Okay, good. Yo, this is without a doubt the awesomest the vibes could ever be. Let's get the chef to make some awesome party food. Alright, good luck, Chef Dente. Literally, where is he going? A dark entry, read Drifloon's entry. Yeah, Drifloon's Cacturns is pretty scary. Literally, where are you going? Oh, he's pissing me off. We're at 100. It could only be curry. Oh, delicious. You sure took your time coming up with a run-of-the-mill answer. Say what you will, but sometimes the best thing is what's most familiar to us. I should have known it was gonna be curry, because he's from Galar. Okay, come with me now. Damn squirrel. Yeah, Electros has a pretty scary Pokedex entry too. It'll paralyze Pokemon and drag them to the bottom of wherever it lives, and then eat them while they're alive, and you're like, oh, that's kind of crazy. A crazy thing to add here. Wonder when they'll be done cooking. Drifloon stills kids for their energy. I don't know if it eats them, but it does take them, it eats their soul, so I guess semantics, right? Through this, yeah. Mega Dragalge gives you super cancer. That was a crazy thing to read. Oh, I didn't even say what Cacturn says. Cacturn will chase you down at nighttime if you're in the desert. And it says that it, like, never loses endurance. I'm like, oh my god. Why? Why? It's so scary. What does this Poke Center need? Oh, the crystals! Oh, this needs a ton of ingots. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the ghost and dark type Pokemon have really insane Pokedex entries. But that's why Electros's took me by surprise, because he's just an electric eel. And it was still quite jarring. Oh. Where's my little Magby statue? This is great. Do a lepa salad, water and a tomato. Mega Dragonite entry is legit just him gaining energy and power from his confidence and the ability to take down enemies with a smile on his face to save others. All Might, I can hear him calling young Midoriya already. He's like, United Regions of Smash. Kanto Smash. That would be awesome. Oh, Cliff was sleeping on the table. I love when they sleep. Oh my god, yeah. They're menaces, those ghost Pokemon. Just a little stepping stone. When is this supposed to be done, Chef Dente? They want a little decor. Need to get more CDs. Yeah, steals your life, drags you to hell. Chandelure and Litwick and Lampent. Little Litwick is like pretends to be a guide to the afterlife but brings them to hell. Lampent like only shows up if you're about to die. Chandelure like burns your soul alive. It's like so it's so over the top. Why is that so crazy? My PowerPoints are not full. Are we serious? What is it talking about? My PowerPoints are not full at all. It's like way low. Odd. Yeah, Hatterene is a pretty scary one that comes to mind. Like, it feels emotions so intensely, but it has to, like, silence... it's to silence you if you are showing too much emotion. God, that's... empath, but make it threatening. Oh yay, that's ready! Wow, look at those big potatoes. Parties make it easier to become better friends with Pokemon or even meet new ones. Yay! Oh, look at all the platters. This might even convince me to become something of a party Pokemon myself. Who's crashing the party? What in the world is that? Is it gonna be like Groudon? Because of the volcano? Volcanion? Dude, is this homeboy's second ever appearance? In a game? Oh my god. Wow, was not expecting Volcanion. So you having a party without me? Hold on. Look at my stupid outfit. Pokemon I've never seen before appears atop that volcano. Yeah, I'll go talk to him. He's like, you making some curry? Smells really good. I love the music when the legendaries appear. It's so fun. Ah, I'm dying. It's kind of noisy. It's so different than in the games. Like when you're walking up to a legendary Pokemon, you're gonna battle him and try to catch him. And he's just like, hey, you keep it down. Whoa, what are you supposed to be? What's all that noise down there? That you and your friends, bud? It's a party. Huh. You all sound like you're having a good time. And with no humans around to help either. I was actually thinking it's kind of nice how quiet it's been without humans around. But you know, a little party ruckus every now and then may not be half bad. Where are the humans? Who knows? Never could bring myself to like humans. Couldn't care less what they're up to. But it's their fault the world's so messed up now. Ditto's like, I'ma swing on him. I mean, I guess there might be good humans too, somewhere out there. They're a tough bunch, you know. Can't underestimate them. I'm sure they figured out a way to survive this mess. Anyway, it's been a hot minute since I've had my mood lifted quite like this, bud. It's kinda nice. Y'all can consider me a friend now. Wow. Volcanion is a wild concept for a Pokemon. It lets out billows of steam and disappears into the dense fog. It's said to live in mountains where humans do not tread. I know, he's just like a steam engine Pokemon. The only water and fire type. Oh, our rank increased to Ultra. I guess it's time for me to get going. Oi, Charlie, were you able to make friends with that Pokemon? Are they gonna come join the party? Tangrel. Sounds like your friends are calling for you, bud. I'm gonna show you all something cool real quick before I head out. Something the humans left behind. First you go back to your pals, alright? He's gonna fucking set off this volcano. He's like, just a little something to remember me by. Just kills us. How'd it go? He's gonna do something. The mythical Pokemon Volcanion? Truly incredible Pokemon do seem to appear when you're around. I think Volcanion won't be coming to our party. What do they plan to do up there? I don't know. You're doing fireworks? Thanks for giving me a glimpse of the fun party of yours. Here's a little present from me in return. Oh, those come off like little arms? Guys, did you know that? Is this the first appearance of this ever? Did anyone know that Volcanion's arms could do that? That was not just a ring on his back? That's wild. If I'm not mistaken, those are fireworks. He does that in battle, Charlie? Does he? To be quite honest with you, I've never seen him in battle outside of like Showdown and TCG, and his arms do not do that in the TCG. Never seen fireworks before. Those are fireworks, huh? How breathtakingly beautiful, just like me. Dang, I can feel those booms in my biceps. Alright everybody, now it's time to really get this party started. It's gonna be a blast, like those fireworks. We got plenty of curry for everyone too. Yay! So cute. I'm a day one Volcanion fan. I didn't know that you were such a Volcanion fan. Pretty legit. What a wonderful party we had. I may have overdone it on the food, but it's been ages since I let loose and made merry like that. Volcanion's fireworks were truly a sight to behold. So is this the game of the decade? Dude, this is a great game. I am just having so much fun. There's so much that I want to still do in it too. Like, I'm just a big fan. I, for one, like the Steam Siege TCG set. Hey, so did I. I played that set. Yay. Another gate? What other gate? Does it feel like a Pokemon game? So, yeah, I say that it does. I mean, it doesn't have battling, which is like, of course, like the #1 thing you think of with Pokemon. But for a spin-off especially, I've always enjoyed Pokemon spin-offs. I loved Mystery Dungeon, and it feels more akin to something like that, where you get to meet all the Pokemon and their personalities. And there's so much love, like, there's so many little assets that you can pick up, and there's artifacts that you can... just Riolu just got scared because Honchkrow hit the button. But like, all of these little details, like the Poké-Dolls and the statues and the artifacts, like, I don't think I have any on me, but like, you can get the rainbow feather because Ho-Oh drops it, and you can have a dowsing machine that helps you find items, and you can have a Pokemon come with you and search with you, and you can get the badges and frame them and put them in your house. It's just like, it's very, very charming. Very, very charming. I'm a big fan. I don't know where this other gate is that they're talking about, though. I don't remember seeing any other gate. Was it through here? Just... I forgot Graveler was in here hiding from Machoke. Yeah, it was a misunderstanding, buddy. Huh? They apologized to you? Or well, I guess to me? They said I don't have to work out with them anymore? Oh, I guess I was overthinking things. That's unusual. Now that I don't have to work out with them, I feel a bit lonely for some reason. Oh. Love that Diglett's in here too. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Who's up here? Was it this way? Can't for the life of me remember where this other gate was. Oh yeah, okay, it is right here. A flowery table just for Victory Bell. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Let's just keep moving. Route 209. Can you say Vulpix is the cutest Pokemon ever? Vulpix is probably one of the cutest Pokemon ever. Vulpix is the cutest Pokemon ever. Do you like Kanto Vulpix or Alola Vulpix better? Where do we go now? We're such a little dweeb. Kanto all the way, I don't like Alolan. Alolan Ninetales is one of my favorite Pokemon, but I love Kanto, Ninetales, and Vulpix too. They're just so cute. It's not Mew. I mean, listen, if we're gonna start talking about which Pokemon is the cutest, there's a lot of discussion to be had, okay? I don't even know how I'd rank them. There's so many cute Pokemon. Mew is definitely a super cute Pokemon to me. Pikachu gets hard carried from the anime too, because you get so much of Pikachu's personality. Whereas like there's other Pokemon that aren't really as popular that probably would be really cute if they were more prevalent in the anime too, right? But yeah, Pikachu's so cute. It's not, I don't think that's an overrated thing to say. Pikachu's a very cute Pokemon. Get a good view from over there. Let's try heading that way first. Okay. What is this? Whoa. Whoa. Look at all these scrap blocks. Very industrial. Is Abra considered cute? You listen to me right now, Zero. Whoever you think is cute is cute. If you think Abra's cute, Abra's cute. Is this a... What is happening here? Whoa. There's an episode in the anime that I love so much because it's this trainer and she's like, everyone's got all these cute Pokemon. She's like, cute Pokemon are my favorite, but nothing is cuter than my most favorite Pokemon. And everyone's like, what could it be? Could it be like a Cherubi? Is it an Eevee? What could it be? And it's a Shelter. And she's like, Shelter is the most perfect, most cutest Pokemon. I'm like, you know what? She's right and she should say it. Shelter is so cute. Rigatito, common, rare, common. Oh yay, look how much more water we can do. That's nice. This is so nice. Wow, I'm so happy. Okay, and then we can plant some... Wait. Can I get rid of this myself? No. Dang it. Oh, cute. Okay, give me this. How do I pick it up? There we go. Gotta make all the stuff. The cutest Pokemon objectively is Stone Churner. Alright, get it together. Get it to very rare. Only at night. And this rare Pokemon, it doesn't say what time it comes out. Speaking of Vulpix, Vulpix can be in the Skyland flowers. Are these all Skyland flowers? I need to make sure that I get exactly that. Is that my baby? We gotta spawn her in. On the 20th this month, the Celadon department store will open its doors with a fresh new look. Comment from the manager: our product selection has changed, but we will continue to greet our customers with our usual welcoming care and service. Thanks, Celadon City Mart. How wonderful. But we've got this one. But I need to get more of those specific... Oh, I guess I can do this. Hold on. As long as the 4 Skyland flowers are together, it should work. How crazy that you were just talking about Kanto Vulpix and then we found its habitat. That is wild timing. The reason I love Vulpix so much is because when I was little playing Let's Go Eevee, I caught a Vulpix which was transferred from game to game with me. I'll never let them go. They're my everything. I think I'd cry if I had to leave them behind. Oh. Did you say when you were little playing Let's Go Eevee? I have suddenly aged like 100 years. But that is really precious. I mean, I have Pokemon that I brought through games with me. They're in Pokemon Home too, so I know exactly how it goes. I'm very sentimental about it too. I'm a college student. I was in middle school when I found my precious. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, I'm so old. That's amazing. Oh, okay. The same place you can get Vulpix, you can get Mischievous? What? Crazy? Oh, we got cleaning supplies. Is that a boat? Is this a fishing pole? Hold on. I would like to place this right here. Cute, another little kitchen. It's been 8 years since Let's Go. Oh my god. The spotless wash station. I get Mr. Mime or who? I don't want no damn Mr. Mime. Oh, someone showed up. I didn't even notice. No mime slander. Okay, sorry. He's just a little freak. I can't help it. It's his movements, you know? Sprayer, who are you? Did you find me by following my scent? Huh? You didn't? But you think it's a nice scent, right? It's pretty and sweet, right? You can come see me again if you want. Cute Sprigatito. Its fluffy fur is similar in composition to plants. This Pokemon frequently washes its face to keep from drying out. So cute. Weed cat. Cute little weed cat. Give me more Pokemons. Oh. Shoot. Alright, I gotta wrap it up. Gosh, guys, how is it so late? How do I always do this? This was so much fun. Okay, we did a lot today though. We are progressing. We are progressing. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you all have a really, really good night. I won't be live tomorrow. I might be live Thursday or Friday. I will let you guys know in the Discord if you want to keep updated on when my next stream will be. We're gonna keep playing Pokopia through the week, and then the weekend is gonna be Resident Evil, so we'll try and keep it separated a little bit. Hey, you too, Zero. Have a wonderful night, everybody. See you later. Goodbye.